The interesting point is, we all call it balloon. The PLA literature calls it an airship. Means
I've read.
it
Yes, sir.
is a balloon which is got its whether full propulsion system है कि नहीं, but some propulsion system is there. Okay, why does it imply that a normal balloon would not be of this size? That is number one. The normal weather का जो लेके चलता है will be not more than about 12 to 15 pounds in weight. यानी 5 से 7 kg का वेट होगा उसमें. सोलर पैनल अगर लगता है उसको पावर करने के लिए, इतना बड़ा नहीं लगता जितना बड़ा इन्होंने डाला है.
That, I mean, I don't have an authority on it, but I know a little bit of solar panels. This was too big.
I was reading up on this and what people have calculated. Firstly, looking at the size of the balloon,
Size.
the bus size, it could carry 7,000 pounds of equipment. The solar panel, the size जो अभी निकाल के दिया है US ने, what was the size, is about 500 pounds weight. That means it had 6,500 pounds carrying capacity. No weather satellite balloon carries this. I'm sorry, चूतिया बना रहा है, pardon my language, उल्लू बनाने की कोशिश कर रहा है. If it was a weather balloon, it was shot out, तो इतना शोर शराबा क्यों कर रहे हो? Next, the solar panel itself was so large, it can give you almost 6 kilowatt of power. So what were you powering?
An engine.
Which leads you to believe, and like I showed you the path, that it had a propulsion system which was being guided. You could turn it around, take it to some place. There is one report I read, उसके बाद वो मैं को मिल नहीं रहा है अभी, that after the missile had hit that balloon, there was a second explosion. छोटा. Okay. Now, that leads to you to the question, if you have that kind of carrying capacity, are you testing to see can it be in a future date? It may not be here now. Can it be armed? Could it see why he is able to do it? There is no arrangement or agreement anywhere in the world that what is the altitude up to which a nation can claim airspace.
Kramer line is disputed.
वो है नहीं.
Disputed है वो तो.
ये अभी 60,000 फीट पे था तो आपका एयरक्राफ्ट ने तो उड़ा दिया. 100,000 फीट पे जाता क्या करते? 85,000 फीट पे जाता क्या करते? आपको तो उतने हाइट पे तो आपको जमीन से नंगी आंख से भी नहीं दिखता. You can't see. Now if he is armed and at a future date, 10 years down the line, once he is proven his hypersonic missiles, he places some missiles out there. सर 10-12 सेकंड में तुमको ठोक देगा. सुंदर, सस्ता, टिकाऊ, prompt global strike capability. And this
hypersonic
had
is dangerous.
a loiter capability. This had a loiter capability. It loitered over Montana.
Sir, even at 80,000 feet, a hypersonic missile will take
10 seconds, 9 seconds. यहाँ से तो some of the mathematics chaps on the net were calculating and saying about 9 seconds, 9.2 seconds में पहुंच जाएगा जहाँ से उड़ाया था अभी 60,000 feet. And this is, they have not calculated, they are only looking at the speed of sound. So one of them in the comments had also put up that look, the air is so rare up there. So have you calculated for that? That has not been calculated. That's why I'm saying even at 80, 85,000 feet, he'll hit you at within 10 seconds. You have no reaction time.
This is
कोल्ड
a high.
लॉन्च करेगा, वहां से कोल्ड लॉन्च करेगा, आपको क्या पता लगेगा? जब तक वो उसका मिसाइल स्टार्ट नहीं होता है बर्निंग, यू वोंट नो. ओके. सिगेंट एलेंट सर्वेलेंस मैपिंग फॉर एक्यूरेसी, ये तो सिस्टम रहेगा रहेगा वहां पे. और he would have a system for satellite connectivity to beam all the data back to him. And what data was beamed back to him, that second explosion में वही टूटा होगा. ये
Self
आपको
destruct
पता
होगा
ना
कुछ
लगे.
उसके,
Pardon?
something self destruct might be there.
Yeah, something to blow it up. Now, even you don't need to be on top of the any country. Even if you're in a flank, वहां से फायर कर दो.
हाँ,
Away in the open high seas,
yeah.
once you are accurate, right? So for all this you need accurate mapping, and these he is doing essentially because he can move these apna balloons easily because of the breeze, so he doesn't spend too much on power to take them to uh, North America. And there was one flowing over South America also. So how is he tested? Now I'll give you the link between US and this, my assessment. He has established ground link stations in Latin America.
That is known, sir.
Known? 100% as per his grid, he would have surveyed that position and placed them there. नहीं तो उसके सैटेलाइट के लिंक से पोजिशनिंग कैसे लेगा?
Correct.
Now when I flow that satellite here and I flow the satellite out there with these, and no, I can assess mathematically the errors that I had made there and corrected by reassessing it from here.
You've got a
You accurately mapped, डाला
receiving
हुआ है
station.
तुम्हारा सर्वेड पोजीशंस है, तुम्हारा खुद का पोजीशन है, उसके साथ चेक करके देखो कि मैंने ये ग्रिड बनाया था, मेरा पोजीशन यहाँ सही आता है, कितना एरर है, वहां सही आता है, नहीं आता है, इतना एरर है, बन गया तुम्हारा ग्रिड.
Correct, sir.
So that is my reasoning that he's doing all this. And since he has given you the efficacy, two of them were huge ones over Latin America and the USA. बाकी तो उतने बड़े नहीं थे. Which he may be using to check their reaction signals, HF frequency क्या हो रहा है, कौन से frequency में चल रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो, क्या नहीं कर रहे हो. The SIGINT element he would have picked up. Okay. So he is preparing his next level to use balloons for prompt global or multi-regional strike. It can be armed. He's proved it. 6,500 kgs है उसमें capacity, pounds, which works out to 3,000 kg capacity है उसके ऊपर. Okay. Now, basically, like I had mentioned, these move from west to east.
Yeah, that's the wind direction.
Wind direction. So one he can use is against India is Xinjiang. Xinjiang के कहीं सदर्न Xinjiang से उड़ाएगा तो आपके LAC के साथ पैरेलल चल जाएगा. दूसरा इफ ही हैज टू डू ग्वादर और गिलगित बाल्टिस्तान, वहां से पाकिस्तान के ऊपर से ऊपर उठा के उड़ा के आपके ऊपर निकालेगा. साउथ के लिए उसको थोड़ा दिक्कत है. पेनिनसुलर इंडिया के लिए उसके पास दिक्कत है. ये नए सिस्टम का ग्रिड बनाने में थोड़ा दिक्कत आएगा उसको, बिकॉज दैट इज वन ऑफ द रीजंस यू कैन think of why he was pushing so much for the eastern seaboard of Africa. Why he was so keen on Duqm port in Oman. It comes across over you. Okay. So it raises another issue. Our NSA after this has gone to US, UK, Russia, and is also going to meet the German counterpart. So is it only for the डिस्कशन जो ये बोइंग का साइन वगैरह करने वाले थे वो था, या उसके साथ साथ यूक्रेन वॉर के बारे में बात तो किया होगा, must have taken some message across. Were they also discussing about these balloons? Because if Russia should also be concerned कि ग्रिड कैसे बन रहा है, मेरे ऊपर ग्रिड कैसे बनाएगा, नहीं उसके ऊपर ग्रिड बनाना है तो ही, which is the area in Antarctic, in Arctic, which China is claiming. Can he, when he flows the balloon from there, which direction will it flow? This is a new dynamic which has come up. And very interesting point, that fourth one जो लेक ह्यूरॉन के पास उड़ाया था, F-16 was sent. The first missile missed.
Missed?
Yeah, it's only the second which hit.
Was it dodging, sir?
That's the whole issue. The Americans are quiet on that. Did it dodge it? Or did it have a one-time something countermeasure available to deflect that missile? What was it?
Are you trying to
How
tell
did
me
it
this
miss?
carrying flares?
फ्लेयर वेयर का तो न्यूज में उतना आया नहीं था, because people on the ground would have seen the flare.
Flare, shaft, or I don't know.
This is what which leads that these are not balloons, these are airships, and we need to call them what it is, not balloon but airship, and that it is has its basic power. इतना बड़ा सोलर पैनल आपको दिया है तो इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर तो होगा, बड़े वाले केस में तो छोटा पीछे आई थिंक प्रोपेलर भी था. And if these are available, is he using the solar panel itself for guiding? The twist and bend, because the solar panel is very big. So is he using that as ailerons and wings and everything to guide? Has he created?
Propeller is confirmed. The NORAD has said it had a propeller.
Yeah, it had a propeller. तो अगर प्रोपेलर है तो आप गाइड कैसे कर रहे हो? Using the vectors of helium or hydrogen is a very poor system.
Very poor.
Right? So that means it has, he has such a, it was virtually like a wing in front here if you look at the size. If you see that first one which I showed you, the first slide में जो फोटो है उसमें दिखा रखा है कितना लंबा है. अगर वो ही ऐसे स्विंग हो सकता है और ऊपर नीचे और साइडवेज और किसी तरह, देन गाइडेंस होगा. पीछे की तरफ था क्या जहां पे प्रोपेलर है, समथिंग. So there are a lot of things that the Americans need to
give a tail for it to have
yeah
your capability, and then
तो चाहिए ना. सी सामने का तो दे दिया आपको, पीछे तो चाहिए आपको कहीं to
need a
deflect
your
it.
capability.
Yeah, to deflect it somewhere. What is he using? दिमाग लगा के किया है.
लगाया सर, जो भी कर लो दिमाग लगाया.
मैं शुरला छोड़ दिया ना तुमको, तुम इंडो पैसिफिक में आ रहे हो तो मैं तो तेरे ऊपर दिखा रहा हूं. And this has happened immediately after he has signed the agreements with for 4 bases in the Philippines. That the US has indicated its lower priority to Ukraine, and the actual pivot towards Asia is taking place, to Indo-Pacific is taking place now. No? So absolutely. This is what I had, that this is what is a balloon. Don't look at it. It's not a balloon, it's an airship. and future में it has the potential to be armed.
Yeah, with that kind of load carrying capacity, I mean,
I can make it even bigger and take it further up.
sir, even a dud bomb coming down and simple iron bomb coming down, it will be supersonic before it hits the ground.
वाई विल ही, जब इतना एफर्ट करके मैपिंग कर दिया है, वो तो उसके अंदर ही गाइडेंस सिस्टम दे देगा तुमको। बीम राइडिंग मिसाइल वहीं से दे देगा, सारा गाइडेंस वहीं से भी कर सकता है, जो करना कर सकता है वहां से यार।
Now, sir, मेरा एक सवाल है.
हाँ,
And guys, let's this is a very interesting analysis sir is given. Let me assure you this, yeah, analysis you will not find anywhere else. And sir, firstly, ma- this was super. There's just no question about it, because the way you brought this out with the load carrying capacity and this and that, although Chinese have huge problems, but when they do stuff,
एक वो I
gotta give it.
missed one, two things I missed. I just add
Hanji.
the volume of this balloon from the message which had come from NORAD and other places, size ka, the volume is equal to 11 Olympic size swimming pools में
Yeah,
जितना
yeah, yeah.
पानी होता है।
It was
Okay,
to the tune of a jetliner, sir. The
yeah,
size of a jetliner.
huge. And like I said, it is very difficult to detect. And one of the things which US will be very worried of, there is a very DARPA का hush hush center है, which 2015, though they claim that they have given it to the University of Alaska, which I don't think इस
US
तरह के
Army,
प्रोजेक्ट ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी में जाते हैं।
US Army is going to give
कॉल्ड दी
anything.
हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी हार्प बोलते हैं, हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी एक्टिव ऑरोरल रिसर्च प्रोग्राम, आइनोस्फीयर वगैरह सब में हाउ टू यूज दैट। एंड जो चैटर है has been there that this is to create वो क्या बोलते हैं, artificial weather conditions in different regions of the world.
Seeding.
And the biggest concern why the Americans अभी बोल रहे हैं ये हैं, and why the Americans are concerned, is this has flown over that. This balloon has see, the reason why I say it has properly guided, while it had may have taken the westerly winds to cross the Pacific and come, it has specifically targeted these areas in its flight. And to expect coincidentally that it would have gone over HARP facility, gone over the Montana, Wyoming, and North Dakota silo facilities, all those loitered over these places, and other places did not loiter. It's not so. I think that is the reason now, having seen all this, Blinken, I think next month is going to China. अब जाएगा, they'll get all these details and then hold them to ransom.
That I see is going to happen, because they're going to take an aggressive stand.
Yes, they have taken a very aggressive stance, and this is what is my worry. And the biggest worry is very difficult to detect. If it goes above 60,000 feet and all, naked eye से and even binoculars से जमीन में देखना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है, and unless you are seeing in that vector with a very large focus telescope. So I hope the Americans के साथ they give us the details of their RCS and other things, because once it was flowing they were detecting that, and so I'm sure the radars would have checked their RCS and or whatever else is required, frequency and other things, which can add to our library of our radars to be able to see. नहीं तो डिटेक्ट करना मुश्किल हो जाता है इसको.
This is a new era. I think it's a new segment
Yes,
of.
yes, 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 yes. This is classic case of Mao, na? You fight your way, I fight mine. And this is the way he'll keep giving you challenges. So he has given you a military challenge. Yeah, doubt क्या है अभी shoot करो.
Sir, radar.
Pardon?
Radar detection, sir.
Unless you have it, कि इसका RCS क्या है, आप कैसे डिटेक्ट करोगे? Because it is not made of a thick material.
Hmm.
It's your normal latex or your normal जो प्लास्टिक बैग वगैरह बनता है. It is 0.02 millimeter thick. तो क्या रिफ्लेक्शन मिलेगा आपको उससे?
Then how did they track it, sir?
वो तो एक कमर्शियल फ्लाइट जा रहा था, उसने देख
नहीं,
लिया ना.
वो देख लिया, sir. After that, they said we've now been able to track it.
Correct. So now with satellite you have started looking, then they must be having their telescopes and other thing, and then they would have got the RCS cross section ना, कि उसने बोला यहाँ पे दिखा था. Now you correlate कि वहाँ क्या था, कैसे जा रहा है, and then you say अच्छा ये है, this is the RCS and this is the thing which is flying. Otherwise आपको पता नहीं लगता ना. समथिंग लाइक व्हाट वी एयर क्लटर, जैसे ग्राउंड क्लटर बोलते हैं, चिड़िए उड़ रहे हैं, कुछ उड़ रहा है.
But sir, this can also be used for disruption because see, I'll be very honest. I
Yeah,
mean,
along with plenty, I entirely agree with you. Along with actual ones which you want to utilize, you put many more.
yeah, you throw a small little bomb from somewhere. I mean, छोटा सा.
See, what I'm saying is you have these bigger ones also. They'll be much higher. अभी तो 60,000 पे था, तो जो आई थिंक 35 या 40,000 के आसपास को जहाज जा रहा था, उसने देख लिया. एंड ही पास्ड इट ऑन कि भाई इट इज ए हैजर्ड. ही डिडंट रियलाइज कितने ऊपर है वो, दूर से दिख गया उसको. कोई ग्लिंट आया होगा, उसके सोलर पैनल तो इतने बड़े हैं ना, वो तो दिख जाएंगे ना. ग्लिंट आएगा, सन का ग्लिंट या कुछ आया होगा, तो उसको दिख गया होगा कि अरे ये क्या है. And then he had passed on, and then you used all whatever method you have. Normally अगर आपको पता नहीं है वहां पे कुछ है, तो unless you have that in your library and your radar can pick it up and say it could be that, how do you get to know?
Yeah, it'll just show as a blip, and which
It is
probably doesn't
showing as a
even
blip, but your software in the radar is not telling you ना it's a danger,
what it is.
dangerous target. लाइब्रेरी में
See,
होगा तो ही तो बताएगा ना डेंजरस टारगेट है.
absolutely. I think you've made a very interesting point. Detection is easy. You'll be able to track it. But till the time you don't know what the hell it is and what it looks like, what's the
You
point
don't
of
know.
tracking? It could be anything. It could be a anomaly, as a matter of fact.
It is the identification which is important कि ये है.
ID, though, I'm sure the Americans would have shared it by now because India was part of that small conference that happened with the Department
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Defense.
That's what I'm saying. Once it comes, those details, then all your radars everywhere, your military and civilian radars, they would have updated the library and everything would be available in the library.
No, my question was, I mean, disruption, small level disruption.
Okay.
I mean, you want to create a small explosion somewhere in a city. If you have a balloon flying high up in the air, you have a small little dud bomb like a 500 kg World War II style bomb. Now, if you just throw that thing is going to come down at a speed. It's not going to be terminal velocity because it's going to have the shape and the RCS section and stuff. It's going to be much higher speed. I mean, a bomb, let's say 1,000 kg bomb, I don't know my science that well, but it should achieve a speed of about 350, 400 kilometers an hour before it actually hits the ground from
It
80,000
will be
feet.
more than a max speed here,
Because
more than
terminal,
the
depending,
velocity of the sound.
yeah, it
And
depends on the weight and the
और
cross
by
section.
then the balloon has gone from there, you won't even know कि कहाँ से फटा, कैसे फटा, कौन फटा.
So it can be used for plain and simple terrorism, and that's what my concern is.
It can. This gives ideas to terrorists, no? Non-state actors. And as long as it is going higher up than the normal, आपका 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 के बीच में आपके most of your commercial aircrafts fly, उसके ऊपर ले चले जाओ. All you got to do is flight 24 radar खोल दो. You know where you are. तो दिख जाता है कौन से फ्लाइट्स कहाँ कहाँ से जा रहे हैं, खाली एरिया कहाँ है, वहां से चढ़ा दो ऊपर. And let it go up to about 60,000 feet. Your Leos are all at 120 kilometers and above, between 100 and 120 kilometers. कहीं भी ले जाओ बीच में यार. ये तो 15 किलोमीटर ऊपर था, मैं 20 किलोमीटर ऊपर ले जाऊंगा, आपको क्या पता लगेगा, दिखेगा भी नहीं. So now this gives you a different set, that your satellites that you send up, geosynchronous, geostationary satellites that you throw up, would also need some radar for tracking these kind of things. Establish a grid कि भाई ऐसे बलून उठ के आता है तो आप देख के बता सकते हो, पहचान के बता सकते हो. Now that you are getting this, and you can create your library looking down.